Hey guys, I'm in the Frisbee Golf Zone now. I've expanded my walking zone. So the Frisbee golfers own this area. They don't own it, they share it and love it, and they're so nice and so kind and so welcoming of everybody to come out here and learn to play Frisbee golf. There's like Druid Hill Park, there's like 35 of these little nets all through the woods. They give you a reason to get out in the woods, like I used to use mountain biking for that. But anyway, there's one of the nets. But so now, there, I can point to it. Camera skills, I'm telling you. So that, and I just saw a dog. Why is he not in the camera view? But anyway, he and I are the only ones. I haven't seen any people here. But anyway, usually I leave this space to them because Frisbees come from all directions and I walk wherever I willy-nilly takes me, and I'm usually, sort of half daydreaming, and they're like three guys standing there waiting. They're so patient and so friendly and so great. But anyway, they're not allowed to throw Frisbee golf this time of year because of the virus. I guess I get it. You got to sort of. The nice thing is they covered all the ones out here where it's really noticeable, but some people still play them in the woods because they didn't go get those and cover them up. But other people can come out here now, and but good that the Frisbee golf people have their space. And then deeper in the woods, there's walking trails, and way deeper in the woods, there's mountain biking areas. And there's grass out here in the fields, and then I'm right at this trail. Like, you can hear the traffic going by. Wherever you see the trail, it doesn't matter. There's a trail right here, right there. And it's right at the road. So I'm thinking, like, and I'm on this bench. Of course, I'm in the Frisbee golf zone, of course, but anyway, and that's their little throw from, and that shows where they're gonna go with the Frisbee, and it's beautiful. Anyway, so it was pouring down rain today, so it's not surprising people aren't out here. But why can't we make it easier to be out here? How many people are cooped up and sick or congested and all kinds of problems? Nobody wouldn't benefit from this environment out here right now. I mean, well, the clouds had broken through a second ago, but they'll, anyway, there's no humidity. I mean, yes, it just poured down rain, but it's just sucking that humidity right out. And the perfect temperature and the perfect day in the year, and it's just our sadness that we haven't figured out with all our technology that we can't get us people to be more in touch with nature in your little community, and get the people who want to work, don't want to sit down in the grass, let the older people sit in the grass, and me. And we'll tell you how to behave, and we'll deal with anybody who's not behaving, not like police action, like, oh, they seem to be hurting. That seems to be a group of people that are struggling. Somebody go get them. And they go get them. And they deal with them, help them. Deal with them is not, that's what we've been doing, deal with them. Put them away, put them in the closet, throw some food in there, they'll be fine. They pop out and they're just as crazy. And it's like, people are crazy because, I don't know if you guys knew this, but shamans all around the world, all religions, all nationalities, all types of the tuned in, tapped in, connected people are usually sort of have some emotional disturbance and struggle in general. Not struggle like, I'm so mad. Well, you could be so mad, but you're struggling. You see people around you struggling, like, well, you have food, you have everything you need, why do you struggle? Because their vibration is higher than what they're living in, and it's very difficult to deal with that tension between who you are energetically, really, in your soul's purpose and what you're doing. When you pull them back together, everything, the tension all goes away, and that's going to happen most likely in the woods. Nature, take away their stresses, take away their problems, and let that little love bomb pop out, and that becomes your shaman of your little neighborhood. And trust me, you'll be able to go, when they understand this story and you reveal it, they'll be like, pop, yes, yep, I am. I'm just more sensitive. I get this stuff. I feel things that hurt. It's sort of like, a great example was the woman who dealt with autistic kids, or she was autistic, so she figured out how to milk cows by going through the cages herself and saying, I feel sensitivity to the fact that this bar is kind of high over my head. Why do I have to have a bar over my head as a cow? But it's the same with people. They're more sensitive. So use those sensitive people to solve all kinds of problems about how we do our infrastructure and how we do things. But let the money people do the money things, and let the doer people do the things. But the doer people can rehab this community. There's so much beauty in Baltimore, and so much opportunity, and so much to be done. Whew. Let's just redistribute things a little bit. And so here's some little fun practicalities. 10 miles out is where the depots are and where the trucks go. Amazon knows how this all runs. Whether Amazon runs it or not, maybe we buy the rights from Amazon for the system that they've put in. They need the people. They can't handle the growth they're getting anyway. So solve their problem for them right now. 10 miles out is the truck depots. 10 miles in to me for my things I need, my provisions and my toys. I want my, why am I using my other pinkies and stuff? My provisions, my food, just bring me my stuff. I don't need a lot of stuff though, because I'm going to be sort of here in nature. You can't come into nature bringing a lot of stuff, but you can put things in nature that don't disrupt nature, that make it like a cool place to be. Why can't I have cocktails at Friday night there? And they're like, what are you going to do with the restaurant? I want to live in the restaurant. Restaurant space is cool. I want to live in the restaurant space and I want to eat here. But if I need weather protection, I need that sort of stuff, and I need Wi-Fi and all that stuff, we've got the technology for that. And a smidgen of our budget moved in this direction would be a game changer, because going the right direction with when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and everything's perfect, you go with that vibration of your collective consciousness, all things perfect, where you came from, where you're going, all that perfection up there. When you're breathing that in and you're expressing that out in love to everything around you, then what do you end up with? Very easy process. This is easy. It's a mind shift. It all it is. It's a mind shift. And then we just focus our attention another way. When you're focused on fear and protection of yourself, then all your resources need to go to protection and security. When you focus on love, then you're like, oh, that security was a little overblown. How about we just reach out to people who are struggling before they turn into a security problem? Seems too logical, but maybe that could happen. It's definitely going to happen, because the vibration of the planet is rising. We're in our 24,000 year cycle where the vibration's coming up. We're all going to be more connected to source energy and all knowing and all love. And love and knowing will come out, and we'll integrate with society. Integrate with nature just fine. So don't sweat it. But if you're that 10% that I've been talking to, get on the love train. Rehab Baltimore. Keep the trucks and the traffic out, and let me find my beautiful spot on the love train. Come on, everybody. I'm about to actually write down some lyrics for that, because I like the jingle, and it fits. And there's just a few practicalities that need to happen, and this spot is pristine. I picture like a little bubble that I live in. I transport in it, and the next time I get the virus goes around, we're all in our little bubbles, but we're out here in beautiful nature. Town's all rehabbed. People have things to do. I got my friends that I love, and I hang with them in my love spot, wherever that is. And the people who I deal with are all happy, because they're all in their love nest. You go home, maybe your home's very close to the woods, but maybe not in the woods. But that's a fun spot too. And then you're in the woods, that's a fun spot. And your place of doing, there's a little bit of doing. Some people are going to drive that 10 miles. Remember, we're out there. They're going to drive 10 miles out and bring stuff in. So they're busy. They like to drive, sit in cars, chat, watch the seatbelt psychic. That's what I'm talking about. Get someone like that to be driving people around. He channels, he's a medium, channels people from the other side and tells you like who got in the car with you, grandparents or aunts and uncles. Watch that. That's really bang on. Everybody should watch that tonight. If you're afraid of dying and you're afraid of the other side, and you don't realize that dying people die for purpose. No one checks out without their integrated deep sense of it's time, it's right, it's perfect. There's no accidental, oh my God, he got killed, I'm sure he didn't see that coming. From a soul's perspective, no surprises. They know what the game is. We've all been doing this before. 24,000 years it goes around the galaxy. It's been doing that and doing that and doing that. And your energy, and you can't go anywhere. Einstein explained it all, so we already know it. We just need to integrate it into how we play out here with our people and our love and our nature. And how do we roll that out? Look, some people are coming out. Oh, with dogs. Dogs will lead you. Nature always leads you to the perfection. Dogs will lead you into the woods. Let's have some dogs around, but we can get dog trainers to take care of the dogs so the dogs are all happy. You see struggle, you see something that's making you stressed, and it's out here in the woods or in your job or in your home. We gotcha. Let's put our resources on that direction. You know, you can't think that kids sitting on the stoop with no food and no education and no love, most importantly, just love, no love. You can't tell me that kid sitting on the stoop who's got no love is going to be anything but trouble when he grows up. And it isn't anybody's fault, but anyone sitting here right now who's not giving love to the people who need it. On the love train. Come on, let's get on the love train. Bring your vibration up. See love in your own heart. Love on yourself. Remember that one? That's the most important part. You cannot think love. You cannot experience love. You cannot see love. You cannot be love. You cannot nothing. But you can cause a lot of pain if you're not. So it's the love vibration. You've got to get yourself tuned in, tapped in, turned on. However you do that. Sorry, I'm going to maybe stretch my arm out again. You can't hear me then either, but it ends up curling up on me like I'm just me and you in here. Or there's this. Isn't that better? Look at that sky. Look at that tree. I just love holding that tree. She's so sweet. Look at her. She just went through the winter just like we did. And look, she's not worried. She's going to be beautiful. And poppin' love. And that's what those little expressions, all those leaves and the flowers and the buds and all this stuff that's popping out here in nature. It's just what we're going to do as people. We're just going to pop and be much more loving and happier and beautiful people on the planet Earth. Till, you know, maybe another 10,000 years from now when we're starting to start dropping down a little bit. We're going to, but at that point, we'll be out there with pyramids and artificial energy and love nests. You know, they have the Amazon rainforest. I didn't know about this, but it didn't surprise me. I'm like, for sure. The Amazon, well, pyramids, batteries, basically, for advanced people, but we don't know how to use them yet. And then the rainforest is a man-made garden. That's where they grew all their crops to feed the whole world, full of population, just like us. That's where we're headed. So you can look around a little bit. Once you get tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you're feeling the love, you're just like, yeah, it's all perfect. We're just riding through the winter vibrationally on this planet Earth, and spring has come, and the energy is going to pop up, and the good things are going to happen, and the systems are going to be more integrated, and love is going to be the predominant force, and we're going to just breathe it in. And you can't mess it up, can't do it wrong, can't fail, can't not happen. You can't hold back nature. It's coming. So it's spring this year, and it's spring in the 24,000 years. What better time to be alive on planet Earth? In Baltimore, on the love train. Anyway, that's it, folks. It's my report from Baltimore Zoo. And anyway, let's round up that 20% of people who we talked about the other day that are vibrationally tuned in, tapped in, turned on already. Really, it's probably like 10%, because 10% already are tuned in, tapped in, turned on. They're doing their thing, and they're pulling for us, and they're the only ones holding us through the winter, down to 10%. Now we're going to bump it up. 10 more percent is going to jump on the love train and become more in line and drop some things, and they know who they are. So that 10%, that's the ones I'm talking about. Let's round everybody up. Go find your 10% in your community. You probably have one person that you know, and they're the most tuned in, tapped in, turned on connection person, and they probably had some struggles. They seemed a little odd and a little different. That's what you want to look for. Trust me. That's me. Anyway, all right, guys. Love you, and let's do it. Let's make it happen. That's all I can say. I'm about to come up with some kind of... This will just evolve, because this is just evolving. Whatever it does, it does. But I love you guys, and good luck. Enjoy the journey, and remember, it's going to happen no matter what. So if you want to just sit back, sit back.